Hello, good day. Welcome to the video series in merging the Object-Oriented Programming 2 and Database Management System 2. The objective of this video series is for you to create a program that can connect and able to perform different queries in the database. This video is the first that will show you how to create properly a Java project and connect to a MySQL database. This video also will teach you how you can manage your project, so wherever you are, as long as you have internet connection and the PC you are working have NetBeans and some server, you can continue working. For you to able to make this project completely, you can watch this video and pause, then write your codes. Watch again the video and pause, then write your code again. Repeat the process with understanding so you can understand every line you write. To start with this video, let's open the SAM. Okay, so as you can see on our screen, we can now see the NetBeans screen or monitor. So all we need to do first is to create our project. Go to the file, create new project. Okay, then select Java with Ant. Okay, if that is not your, is not the default selected automatically, you can select it again, Java with Ant, and choose Java application. Click next. Then your project name, we will just follow the template. We will use the template, the your first name, John, and your last name, and the merge project. So that is the template. Follow the first name, last name, and then the merge project. So next thing that we need to do, since we have now the project name, please select or where you would need to save your project. So in the project location, you can set to wherever you want, um, so that you can know where you can uh, you can you can grab it later on, or you can copy or upload it later on. So after you finish working. Okay, for now, I'll just set it to project location as default as NetBeans project. Then next thing you need to do is just uncheck this one, create main class. Please uncheck this one. Okay, so once we now I uncheck that one, click finish. Okay, so under your project, as your in my example, John Alejo underscore merge project, you can click this icon so you can see what is inside. We have two main um, thing here. We have the source packages and we have the libraries. If we can see on our source packages, we have an default packages which is empty. We don't have a class yet. Uh, but for now, we are going to concentrate first for the libraries. Okay. Okay, we need to add a library for our driver so we can connect successfully in our database. So we need to download a connector to MySQL, so a connector J. So all we need to do is to open a browser, a web browser, and in your browser you can search, go to google.com and search Java MySQL connector. Okay, search it, and the first link that it appears on the search result, you can click on that. Once it is connected, on the select operating system, you must choose a platform independent. Then there is a two option here. So we need to select the second one, the platform independent zip archive. This is the one that we need to select and click download. After that, just click this one, download. No thanks, just start my download. So wait for the download or the file to be done to be completely downloaded. So Okay, it's done now downloading. So we need to do is just click and show in folder. So this is now the window. It is in the downloads folder. Then there is now the one that we download. Okay, so there is therefore because I have a lot of downloads made previously. So right now I'll just right click on this folder and extract all. Because that is a zip file, we need to make it a folder. So next thing is the location where you can extract the file is still on the downloads. Okay, and then just click extract. Wait this until this process will get done. So a few seconds left. Okay, so now once it is now downloaded, we're now on the folder. We can open this one. As we can see, we can now have a MySQL connector J8.0.32. That's the file that we need to uh, uh, put in our library. So since we have now that file, all we need to do is to go to the NetBeans and click for the right click on the libraries and add jar slash folder. Once we now have a pop-up or the browse window, we need to do is locate on the download folder. So we can just look into downloads and window or Microsoft MySQL connector J. That's the folder. Do not click on this because it will just rename. Click the icon. Okay, click the icon again, and we have now the MySQL connector J. Okay, click open. So once we have now opened it, we can now see on the libraries, we can now have a MySQL connector J. So that is successfully okay. So next thing that we need to do in this video is to create a database so that we can connect it. So first thing that we need to do is to open our SAMP. My SAMP, my SAMP is installed in Drive D, so I have to open it and open the MySQL or run the MySQL. So once it is run, what we are going to do is to open the CMD. Okay, and then all we need to do is to connect our database server. cd samp mysql slash bin mysql.exe u root. Okay, so it's now connected. So we can show our list of databases here. So all we need to do is to create another database for our project. So I will just name it to the same template or template of naming our project here. I will just create first a database John Alejo merge. So create database first name, last name, and merge project. Okay, then click. So we have now our database. So we can show in the databases that we have now John Alejo. So we can use that database, John Alejo merge project. Okay, so we can show tables on that. As we can see, there is no tables yet. Okay, but for now, we need to connect. Since we have no database, we can now connect it in our project. So we can go to services. We need to connect it using our services. If in case the services is not ready here, the same with the project and the files, all we need to do is go to the window and click project, window, click services, so that you can see uh, the tab for services and for the project. So going back for the services, locate, hope, just open the databases. Okay, click that icon so that it will be show all the what is inside for the databases. So as you can see here, we have three different connections made in our services. So right now we need to create our connection to our newly created database. So all we need to do is go to the driver and right click on this, sorry for that, click open the drivers, and now in the MySQL connector J driver, since we have already added it here, that is why we have an option to use that driver. So all we need to do is to right click on this driver and connect using. Okay, so it will now pop up a new window and you will see some configuration. So the driver name is the MySQL connector J, and then the host is localhost and the port is 3306. Okay, the database name should be the one that we created a while ago, which is the John Alejo project. So we can copy on that and click paste it here. So we have a default account, which is the username of root and a password of none. So we can test our connection by clicking this test connection. If you see this message connection succeed, meaning you can be able to connect to the database. If in case you wrongly inputted the database name and test connection, you may also see this error. So please always test the connection so that you can see if that connection is really okay or not. It can also the same if your database server is or the MySQL server is not running. If you test the connection, you can also see that there is an error for that. So make sure that the database connection server is running, so that the database connection is also okay. So once it is tested, all we need to do in the JDBC URL, you can see that this is the local host, the port, and then the database name. After or in the question mark, you can just highlight it and delete so that we can see a clean URL for us. So what we need to do is to test it again. So if that is a correct one, if it is succeeded, that's okay. So I just deleted some add links or add strings for our links, and this is the important one. So what we need to do is click finish. As you can see here, we added another connections, and this connection is on the John Alejo mega project. So all we need to do is right click and go to the properties, and we can see some of data that we are needing later on for our connection. Okay, so just go to the properties. So for now, um, all we need to do, since we have now our projects, we are now connected to the database. Next thing that we have to do is to if in case the time is up and you need to stop working and you need to uh, back up your projects, this is the what you are going to do. Okay, so we have the project management. So all we need to do first is to um, go to your Gmail account. Okay, go to your Gmail account and log in. And if you are now already logged in, um, you can go to the drive.google.com. That is your drive. So we can create a. Okay, I'm just gonna delete this one because this is not okay. So you can create a new folder here, and we can have uh, backup projects. So this folder here will be the one. that we can this is the project, the folder in the cloud that you can put your backups. Okay, so once you have now your drive already, all we need to do is go to the NetBeans and locate where is the actual location in this project. So we can go to the properties, then go to the project folder. This is the location of your project. So you can copy on this and you go to a file explorer and paste it here. So as you can see, this is the project that you have right now. So all you need to do is to open your drive and create another folder, and this folder is intended for the date you created or your backup. Like for example, 3/28 2023 at 7:38 p.m. So you can put here there your backup folder. So once you have now your backup, all you need to do is go to your NetBeans project, and automatically all you need to do is drag and drop. So you drag your folder and drop it to the drive. Once it is dragged, you can see it is now uploaded there. So you have now your backup for your project. Next thing that we have to do is to also, since we have already created our database, we can also back up our database. So in order for us to back up your database, okay, we can open another command prompt. Okay, and we'll just put it on the drive D, uh, and then this is where we will put our backup drive D, and we have MySQL dump, um, negative U, negative P, and the database name. Are you still following? The database name is John underscore John Alejo underscore merge project. Okay, and then the name or the file name, we have backup 10. Oh, it's 3/28 um 23 dot 7 dash 40, and that file name is .sql. Okay, so now run. So bar dump is not recognized. Let us see. Sometimes it is error and it is working. We can just see. We can go to drive and drive D. Okay. So as you can see here, we can have our backup. We can right click, open it with. We can just open with choose an app. We can use Notepad. We can see here a blank one. Probably we don't have a table, so we can add a table right now, so to test that the backup is really working. So for now, we will going to create our table first. For now, it's not really intended for this video, but for the backup of the SQL, we need to create our table, because probably you cannot back up without a table. So all we need to do is create a table, and then we can name it to student, and the we can have an ID int 3, not null, auto increment. We have also name, car 50, not null, address, varchar 50, not null, and date, time added is date, time, and we can have a primary key. Primary key is the ID. Okay, so we don't have a connection. Okay, okay, we can select. Okay, Rose, we can select show tables if we can check. So we have no student. We can describe our student. So I think that is good. So all we need to do is to delete this backup and try it again one more time here. You can see MySQL dump slash up and enter. So open here, we can see a backup file, right click, open, notepad, and still we don't have a something to back up. Okay, so for that, since there is an error for this, I will for this time I will teach you how we can manage our database easily, but I did not want to teach you because this is intended for the development um, in PHP, so you can manage it directly for the database. But since we are just learning how we can have we're learning the database, I let you use the command lines for you to memorize all the codes available in the in the MySQL, because commands in CMD you need to write everything. So for now, since this is our problem to back up our file, the solution for that is to open or to start again our Apache, and this time we need to open a browser and we will type our address to localhost php myadmin. So now, as you can see on our PHP admin, we can see our list of tables, a database here. You can see there the list of database. We have John LM MySQL project. We can see also the table. We have only one table. We have students. So we can click here. We can drag and drop. We can edit by just clicking it without really, um, we don't really typing any codes. Automatically it will give you the codes and gives just you can just click. So I don't want to use it because it makes you much more lazy to memorize every codes. So for this one, I will just let you to show how we can do it by just clicking this by just this intended for the exporting and importing purposes. So we need to export, so we click the database and click for export and choose the format SQL export, so it will be downloaded here. So click and open the folder. So once it is now open the folder, all you need to do is to open again your drive. Make sure that that is the okay, the drive, so that is the same folder for your project in Java. So all we need to do is drag and drop here. Okay, so that means you have already backed up the NetBeans project and also the SQL file. Okay, so next thing that we are going to do is to assume that you are in another computer. So assuming that you are in the other computer, so if you go to the NetBeans, we are going to delete this one. Okay, and all we need to do also is to drop the database that we created here. So we have drop database, John Alejo merge project. So as you can see, show databases, we don't have that database anymore. So all we need to do is we need to uh, assume that everything starts from the scratch. So next thing that we have, the first thing that you need to work with is to open your account in Google Drive and also locate your backup project. So you can make a lot of folders here depending of what is your frequency in working with your activity. So in here we have this backup that we created a while ago. So all we need to do is to download this file. So it's now waiting to download. So wait a bit. So it takes time to make a zip file in Drive. So we will wait for a while. It's unusually it takes only seconds to finish this. What happens? So I hope it's already done. Okay. I think it's not yet done. What happened? So I'll need to refresh it again, reload, and do it again because it's not really what I expected. So click on that. Okay, so it's already down. Okay, and then it's already downloaded. So click on this and show in folder. So once we have it here, you can right click and extract all. Then extract. So once it is extracted, you can see your project folder and your SQL file. So all we need to do is to go to our NetBeans, open a project, go to downloads, locate to the file that you're working. You can, I just didn't memorize it. So the file is uh, this one 001. So you go to the NetBeans and the file is 001. I think this is the file. So click on that and then merge activities. I think that is not the one. What is the exact file? Okay, the exact file is 03280001cc. New project, downloads. I think this one. Okay, and okay, we have John Aleo project. Click open the project, and you can see whatever we had done a while ago, it's back to what it is. And going back to this one in PHP all we need to do is run these two servers and locate again localhost slash php and then go to we can just create our new database the name of our database is uh, John Alejo merge project. So we can create our database. So this is how we simply create our database here. So once we have done that, here we can just click import and choose a file for our SQL file. Open that one, go to the downloads, and look for the folder that we downloaded a while ago. Okay, for a while, and we need to use the folder file here is this one. Okay, and we have the John Aleo merge SQL. Okay, you now have the file, so what we need to do is click import. So once it's done importing, we can see that there's now a student, and we see also the list of columns we created a while ago. So you don't need to create it again always when you are working. So I guess that's really what we can set up and manage our projects. I hope you will learn something with me and follow this video. So there will be more videos to come. Hopefully, you will learn from me. Thank you and God bless.